does. The easiest part of a deacon's ministry to describe is exactly what you see here on Sunday morning. The liturgical roles of a deacon are, for the most part, very well laid out in the Book of Common Prayer. When a deacon is present, he or she should be the one to read the gospel, bid the confession, set the table for the Eucharist, clean up after the Eucharist, and do the dismissal. And talk to me after the service if you want to find out why, for me, the dismissal is the most important thing that the deacon does. But the heart of a deacon's work is not, I repeat, not what we do on Sunday mornings. It's what we do the other 6 days of the week. A deacon's work in the world can take many different forms. Often it builds on the career or ministry the deacon had before being ordained. Deacons serve in jails, hospitals, and on college campuses. Diaconal vocations include helping homeless folks get housed, helping sick people get health care, and helping gang members go straight, to name just a few examples. But what deacons have in common, or should have, is that they are servant leaders. And both parts of this are important, servant and leader. Every deacon I know is willing, even eager, to provide humble, hands-on service in the most marginalized, most neglected corners of human life. But deacons aren't supposed to do this on their own. Maybe you've heard about the priesthood of all believers. Well, there's also a diaconia of all believers. This is our shared baptismal call to service. The deacon's job is to model this and to point the way. Deacons are called to help others find their own passion for justice and service. For almost a year now, I've been visiting parishes around the diocese like this, preaching and offering a workshop on the diaconate. The goal of these visits is twofold: to raise general awareness in congregations about the diaconate, and hopefully to inspire a few people to consider becoming a deacon. Everywhere I've visited, I've received a warm welcome, and almost every place there's been at least one person who expressed cautious interest in how they might pursue a call to the diaconate. But it was only in reading over today's gospel lesson about Mary that I became aware of a tension, almost a contradiction in my expectations. I arrive with the hope that by the end of my visit, someone will step forward and publicly express an interest in becoming a deacon. But the kind of person who is usually drawn to the diaconate is someone who's reluctant to call attention to themselves. Deacons are Advent people. They are like John the Baptist, pointing the way to Jesus, or like Mary, allowing herself to be overshadowed by the Holy Spirit so that Jesus could come into the world. Most deacons would rather not be the focus of attention. Deacons are like windows. Deacons help people inside the church see the hard realities in the outside world and inspire them to take action. And deacons help forgotten people outside the church see that there's a place of welcome for them inside. But like windows, deacons prefer that people look through them than at them. So I acknowledge this contradiction. But there is a time and place to let yourself be seen. In my life, it has been an unimaginable blessing to serve as a deacon for the last 10 years. And I am convinced that right now, here at Epiphany, there are 2 or 3 people whom God is calling to join the Sacred Order of Deacons. So listen carefully. God might be calling you.